So we as in Kyle and I, we have an announcement to make. And this has been going on for like the past 6 months, and I wasn't supposed to talk about it, but we bought a house. I just want to catch you guys up on this whole journey and what it's been like, and just kind of share my story and share my life for the past 6 months and kind of what the hell has been going on. So about 6 months ago, Kyle deployed, and after he left, I was like, okay, full speed ahead, let's plan this wedding. And that's what I did. So I just started going crazy and making sure that we had everything kind of like set in stone for the wedding, as far as like photographer, videographer, the venue, obviously, which you guys saw in one of my videos. And if you haven't seen it, I will link that video down below for you guys. Just all of that stuff, the big things, and just kind of figuring out our vendors and all of that. So once that started to slow down a little bit, I was anxious, and I was just I knew that when he was going to be getting home that we were going to want to start looking for a house. But once I had kind of seen like how much work planning a wedding was, I did not want to be buying a house like 3 months before the wedding. That is just literally setting someone up for an anxiety attack, or setting myself up for an anxiety attack. And just being the one that was doing all of the planning, and like obviously Kyle probably wouldn't have much say in the wedding anyway, let's be honest. But no, in all seriousness, like he is on a deployment, so like I don't expect him to be helping me do much. Like he is doing so much where he is right now, and he has so many other things to be worried about. And I completely enjoyed the position I was in to just spend all of my spare time planning this wedding. But once it kind of started to slow down, I just started filling my spare time by looking at houses, and I would just like look some up online and just see what was in the area. And I like knew all the houses on the market, and I knew all the ones, like I knew if one would be new on the market if I drove by and I'm like, that house has not been online, that must be new on the market. I just kind of like became really obsessed with looking at houses. So we, like I said, did not plan on buying a house while he was gone, but I just was kind of like, you know what? I want to start seriously looking for a house now. I want to do this now, because when he gets home, we're going to be like readjusting again. And then if we were starting to look for houses, but then it's like 4 months from the wedding, it just seems like complete chaos. So I started to do like drive-bys with houses. So if I kind of like liked a house, I would do a drive-by and just kind of see if I liked where it was and if I liked it in person and all of that. And then somehow we fell in love with the house. We got a realtor, and her name is Jen Kamick. And if you guys are in my area, I highly, highly recommend her. She's literally not only an amazing person, but she's just really, really good at what she does. She just makes you feel so comfortable. You can completely trust her. She's so honest with you. So thank you, Jen. But so anyway, we got a realtor, and all pretty much in the same day, we put an offer in on a house, and then we just sat and waited. And this process of buying a house, people will tell you it's stressful and it's a lot, and it really, really is. I think a lot of things in life, people are like, oh, it's hard or it's stressful, and it's kind of like whatever you make it. So with the house buying, I feel like since you've never done it before, it can just be very overwhelming. And for me, with Kyle being gone, it was maybe a little bit like extra hard, because I really had to think, is Kyle going to love this house like I do? Because he's not there. And, you know, I would have him on Skype and stuff and all of that. But obviously that's not the same as seeing it in person. All the photos are online for him to see. So seeing a video of it isn't much more than that. So that was really, really hard, but we kind of sat and waited, and that house fell through. Kind of a long story with that, but it didn't work out. So we continued looking for houses, and on all my days off, I was either researching and looking at what was new on the market and looking into new neighborhoods. And going to see houses, and shortly after the first house, of course, I fell in love with another house. In this house, I knew no doubt Kyle would love. Like, I had no doubt in my mind. I called him and I said, honey, I love this house. I think we should put an offer on this house. And, he said, it's been a week since we just last, fell through with our other offer and all of that. With the other house, he's like, we need to, slow down. And in my head, I'm like, you're right. But at the same time, I was like, I really love this house. So we ended up putting another offer in on a different house, which I loved that house. It was so perfect. The only thing was it was on a main road. So that kind of kept me up at night a little bit. So I think at the end of the day, it wasn't meant to be. But it was 6 days before our closing date. I had bought stuff for the house. Don't do that. I hadn't bought furniture or anything, but I had bought picture frames and just cute little things because I was excited because we were closing on a house in a week. And our inspection had kind of been pushed back. And we ended up finding out 6 days before closing that there was mold in the attic. And I kind of thought okay, no big deal. I'm sure they'll fix it and then we can just go through with it. And the seller wasn't willing to fix it. And we obviously were not going to buy a house with mold in the attic, especially where babies are in the future at some point. And so that house fell through. And I cannot explain to you guys the emotional roller coaster of having your fiance deployed and losing a house that you knew he would love and just getting him all excited. And then you're excited and you've talked about it to people. And it's been a really hard time. And we're so fortunate, it's still such a happy time. It's just stressful and all while trying to plan a wedding and everything. I think I'm just telling you guys all of this just to catch you up on what's been going on. Just because I feel like in my videos, I'm there's so much going on right now. I just can't talk about it. There's so much going on right now. I can't talk about it. And we really didn't want to talk about this house until things were through. So then we took some time. I really looked at a lot of houses. And the second I walked into this next house, I really loved it, but it was still it was kind of out of our price range. And I was don't fall in love with it. It is what it is. Right now we're just kind of looking we can't have this house. And then I walked through, fell in love with it, and found out that there was actually an in-law apartment above the garage. And when we found that out, I was you know what, with that, we can afford this house. It's a 1900 house, so it's old. And that's actually something that I completely adore in a building or in a house. I love crown molding and just the character of an old house. I can't help it. I can walk into a brand new house that needs no work, and then I'll walk into a 1900 house that needs, that has wallpaper and rug everywhere. And I fall in love with it because it's old and it's so much character. That's exactly what happened. So we have a cute little yard and a fenced in area and everything. We're super excited about it. We are closing on the house next week. Actually, by the time I get this video up, it might be now, where we want to do a lot of things to the house. I really, really want to kind of show you guys our journey of making the house ours. So I've kind of dedicated January and February to getting the house to where we would want it to be. Or just kind of picking away at all the projects that we want to do. And then from there, full speed ahead for the wedding. And we do get married in July, so there's not a lot of time left, but I did want to block out 2 months after we close on the house to just really dedicate our time to it and make it feel like a home, because like I said, it is old. There's wallpaper, there's rug. I want to paint the whole kitchen white and do black hardware and black countertops and just do an old rusticy farmhouse kind of industrial feel, if that makes sense. So I would really love to take you guys along with us through this journey. I have been really, really, really stressed out in the best possible way, if that makes any sense. Mainly because everything I'm stressed out about is excited stuff. is exciting stuff, but it's still stressful. The thought of moving again when we just moved 6 months ago, and then moving all of our stuff again is just like putting me over the edge. And then trying to plan the wedding is obviously stressful, but I just want you guys to know that whatever you feel like you can handle, you can probably handle like 10 times more than that. I really learned a lot about myself through this whole experience, and where I've really had to do it. I don't mean to say do it alone, because I haven't. Kyle has been as involved as he possibly can be, but I mean physically, like just being alone through a lot of it. And so thankful for all my friends and family who have supported me through this whole mess of emotions, and my mom for coming to look at houses with me and giving me her honest opinion. That has been huge. But I've just learned how much stress and anxiety and how much I can really hold on my plate. And I'm sure later on in life I will, find out how much more I can hold on my plate. But as of right now, like, this is the most I've ever had going on in my life all at the same time. And I've just been really tired. Like I said, I'm lucky enough to have friends and family who support the crap out of everything Kyle and I do. And I'm so thankful for them, and so thankful for you guys. There are some exciting things coming in the future, and I'm going to share as much of it with you guys as possible. The next couple months here, it may be less beauty related videos and more like lifestyle or just DIYs or house projects, like things like that. I'm just going to kind of just be honest with you and where my life is at and try to share that with you guys. Yeah, guys, that is absolutely it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I can't wait for what the future holds and all the videos that I'm going to be doing, including the house and Kyle soon. So thank you guys so much for your support and love. I love you so much, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!